Hey, have you ever heard this phrase? Everyone will be whipped in due time. You probably get what whipped means, right? It's like being totally in love or obsessed with someone, always putting them first and forgetting about yourself. For most people, the actions of those who are whipped don't make sense. They'll do anything for their partner, like being diligent about picking them up and always obeying their every command or request. Do you have a friend whose whipped behavior makes you shake your head? Or are you going through a phase of being whipped by your current partner? Showing love to your partner is a good thing. It's great, actually, as long as it's done in a reasonable amount and in the right way. Some people really enjoy being whipped because they genuinely love their partner. But there are also many who feel forced to be whipped because they're insecure and afraid of losing their partner. What bothers me is that this unhealthy whipped behavior often happens without us realizing it. Many people don't realize when their actions and sacrifices go beyond what's reasonable, and there are still plenty of guys who find it really hard to tell the difference between normal caring behavior and behavior that falls into the whipped category. Especially during the initial stages of dating. Everything feels so beautiful. To avoid confusion, I've summarized some differences between being whipped and genuinely caring or love. But watch this video carefully so you don't misunderstand, okay? First, let's talk about the characteristics of being whipped. 1. Always putting them first. You sacrifice so much to make your partner happy that you don't realize you've sidelined yourself. Your own feelings become unimportant because your partner's comfort is the priority. Making your partner happy means you're at peace, right? But do you realize that there are many other things that are far more important for you to care about than your partner? Have you ever been in a relationship like this? If so, you should be careful. It's a red flag indicating you've entered the whipped phase. 2. Being biased, ignoring your partner's flaws. You only focus on your partner's good qualities. You ignore all the negatives and flaws to avoid conflicts. Even if your partner does something that makes you uncomfortable, you'll overlook it just to avoid hurting their feelings. This is definitely an unhealthy sign of being whipped. 3. Can't say no to your partner's requests or desires. You can't say no to them. Whatever they ask, you'll do, even if it makes you uncomfortable. For instance, if they're jealous and don't like you having female friends, you agree, and in the end, you can't socialize with your female friends, even though they're really smart and willing to share knowledge with you. Or if your partner is a K-pop fan and wants you to always dress like a Korean guy, and you agree even though it's not your style and you're uncomfortable with it. If you've been in this situation, congrats, bro.
You're definitely whipped.
4. Everything revolves around your partner. Your social media is filled with only their photos, complete with sweet captions that make other girls jealous. Even when you're hanging out with friends, you only talk about your partner. Basically, your world revolves around them. It's so unbalanced that your buddies shake their heads and don't want to hang out with you anymore. This is also a sign of acute whipped behavior. 5. Always together everywhere. Eating in the cafeteria together, going home from school together, going to campus together, shopping together, hanging out together, everything has to be done together, like no one else exists on this planet. Basically, you're inseparable. Wanting to always be close to your partner isn't wrong, but you have to be careful. As I mentioned in my previous video, you should have a balanced life. Even if you have a partner, ideally, you should still have time for yourself, family, friends, and work. Now that you understand what being whipped is, let's talk about what genuine care because of love. 1. Being objective. You're not biased towards your partner's strengths or weaknesses. You dare to point out when they're wrong and appreciate them when they're right. You can give constructive criticism without worrying about hurting their feelings. You should understand that caring means being able to speak up for the good of the relationship. No one should get overly sensitive. 2. Healthy communication patterns. There's no such thing as keeping feelings bottled up. When something bothers you, you can communicate it directly and kindly. You don't hide things just to protect your partner's feelings. You both understand that for a lasting relationship, communication must be maintained. That's what a smart couple does. 3. Balance in various aspects. No one dominates the relationship. You both respect each other and want to hear each other's concerns to help your relationship grow. So, there's no arbitrary restrictions without clear reasons. 4. Giving space to your partner. If you truly care, you won't be selfishly controlling your partner. You'll give them the freedom to socialize with anyone, as long as it's positive. Don't you want to see someone you care about develop and pursue their passions wholeheartedly? 5. Maintaining a balanced social life. Even while dating, you still make time to hang out and socialize with others. On weekends, you're not shy about hanging out with your bestie or even double dating to interact with friends. Because the world isn't just about the two of you. So, those are the differences between being whipped and genuinely loved. Which category do you fall into? Drop a comment below.